Hi sisters, it's me doing a quick video. I tried to poke around with the autofocus, so I hope that it works now. It's just going to be a very quick video. I wanted to show you this elusive stamp that everyone doesn't seem to understand, and I don't blame them for not understanding it because it's my crazy creation and the idea was in my head, so I thought maybe I should show it to you and show you how to use it. That's how my daughter talks now. I'll show you how to use it. Okay, I'm just trying to find the cover so I could show you which stamp I decided to choose. Oh, where did it go? Where'd it go? Where's the cover? Just when you think you're so organized, you're not so much. Okay, so basically the stamp that I used, that I'm going to use today, is called the Cardstock Matcher. And basically what it is a square or a rectangular blob of beautiful turquoise rubber. Now you're saying, what am I going to do with this? Well, the idea behind this stamp is that if you don't happen to have a piece of cardstock like basil or anything that you use, you can make your own cardstock by inking up this stamp, which is the size of a usual layer. You could do it for any size actually, as long as it's smaller or the same size as this rubber. And I will show you how I use it. And actually it's the first time I'm using it, so bear with me. First of all, I just chose a piece of pattern paper. This is how I start all of my artsy projects. I find a paper that inspires me, the colors, and I think this is Crepe Paper, one of my favorite companies. I just love their designs. So I just took 3 random dye ink pads by Jenny Bolin. I think they're 600 years old, and because I couldn't get my current stamp pads quick enough. I also have a color box, cat size set. So I'm going to see which one works better, which I like better. I'm going to first do swatches to see what I think will match, and then we'll check it out and see how it goes. So I think that this color is pretty good. It's a bit bright, but I could pick it up. Let's see what else. Let's see this one. Well, this kind of picks up that flower over there. Well, we're just gonna play around. Okay. There's also blue in here, which would be interesting. And they're not that wet. Okay, let's see. Let's try the dye base. So that is the chalk. I think they're chalk. Cat's eyes. I think they're either chalk. Yeah, fluid chalk. Let's try the dye base now, see what happens. This is Jenny Bolin, which I love because they're so small and the box is so cute. This one's called Cough Syrup. Let's see. I don't even know if they sell this anymore. I should check. So let's see this color. This goes. See? I'll just show you. It matches this red in the flower. So let's see. Let's make our own cardstock, sisters. I pre-cut a piece of a layer that goes in the front of a folded card. It's 4 inches by 5 1/4, because usually it's a card front is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I just took off a 1/4 inch. Let's see how it goes. So really you don't have to ink up the whole piece of rubber. You can just do the edges. But I wanted to be able to, if you're doing a smaller stamp, I didn't want to hollow out the stamp so that you could use it on any size layer that you have. So as long as you have a kabillion ink pads, put them to use and make your own cardstock. I mean, isn't that what life's about? Making your own cardstock? I think so. And stamping, of course. So I'm inking it up. No thunk thunk. We're tap tapping. And I think it's pretty. Let's take off. My hair is not included in this video. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. It's pretty nicely covered. Let's turn it around. I could also place the cardstock on top and then peel it off. Am I in the frame? This thing is so big that... Okay. Now we walk, walk. Walk, 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 walk. Put pressure. I'm going to put pressure on the edges. And let's see what happens. We have a piece of colored cardstock. There may be some areas that are not filled out perfectly, like here, but that's because I didn't put enough pressure, but it's instantly dry. I mean, it's pretty incredible, I have to say. And let's say you want to layer, either you want to layer it in front, or if you want to layer it behind, you won't even see the gaps. So you'll see what a beautiful, and it's actually, it has a bit of texture. It's mottled, so it's really nice. And that's what the layering cardstock, the stamp, does. Now let's see if we want to fill in these gaps, what happens if we do a second layer of ink. And yes, it may use a lot of ink. I think all the ink lovers out there might be very protective of their inks. But in all honesty, I don't think it wastes that much. And I think I'm just going to do this top layer just where I see the gaps are. And I'm going to try to ink it a different way now. Look, I'm totally off the screen. Tap, tap, tap. And let's put some extra pressure. This might even make it a shade darker. It obviously will make it a shade darker. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my cardstock on the actual inked rubber, and I do the walk, walk. Walk, 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 and I can actually put a piece of, you know, scrap paper, or I have a plastic, just to make sure that my hands don't get dirty, and just press, 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 and make sure that it's covered, and now we peel it off. Oh, it's gorgeous. So it's a beautiful background also. I mean, it doesn't have to, in my heart of hearts, I don't like anything that's perfect. That's not what I'm about. So when I see a background like this, I think it's awesome. You can even use it as a jelly plate, I guess, to do your own backgrounds. Ooh, that's an idea. We need to try this, sisters. I might just do a video on it to try to like color on the rubber, do different things, and make different backgrounds right on it. So one option is to use the ink pad. I love how this looks. So again, any color ink that you use will match. Well, you have to match it, do a little swatch, and you'll see. So now you have instant matchy-matchy. So you can layer it behind. You could even cut shapes if you want matching embellishments. Do a second blob on another piece of paper and cut it out. Use your die cuts. Make matching embellishments to go with your card. This is brilliant. I really think it is brilliant, if I do say so myself. Okay, so let me see what else I can do, because I really wanted to show you. I think I will use it as a jelly plate, but that's going to be a separate video. And if you don't know what a jelly plate is, I will put a link in the video to show you what a jelly plate can do. I don't know if this is mushy enough to be a jelly plate. And yes, mushy is a technical term used in stamping. And I will, what's it called? I will show you how to use it. But you're going to have to hang on a second. I'm just going to get a wet wipe so that I can do another sample. Okay, I'm back. So here's a wet wipe. I'm just gonna wipe off the ink, the excess ink. Okay, cardstock matcher, what else can you do for us? Let's see. It's what I love about rubber. It cleans so nicely. Look, just like brand new. Okay. If I want to do a little layer, let's say I have a small layer to go in the middle of a card, just behind a stamped image. So this is a much smaller piece. Let's ink up. Let's use a different color. These two are reds. Let's use a chalk ink and see how that goes. But I don't think these are like really wet. Anyway, we'll try. No, these are garbage. Okay. I would need to get my, let's try this malted milk. I'm actually going to tap just the center. Let's see what happens. Should use a distress ink with water. The Bella wheels are turning. Okay, so again, it might not be as smooth and silky as you want it, but I like the texture. I don't like things that are so perfect. So let's see, is this big enough to fit? Might need a little bit more. I don't even know what this color looks like. I can even spray this ink and see what happens, but right now we have no spray bottle. Let's lay this down. Let's put, what can I put? I'll just put a piece of plastic and just press, just so I don't get it on my hands. And you know what, part of the fun is getting it on your hands, so what the hey. Okay, time to see the results. There we go. I didn't do the sides perfectly, but I can always do them right now. Watch. Tap, tap, tap. Ooh, I like all these different textures. You're not in the screen here. This is fun. Okay. So again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be, I'm playing around now just to see what other, I'm gonna get a water bottle. Something screaming water for me. Okay, let's put this down. Let's make a, and again, you might not see the whole layer. You're just trying to make it to match your cardstock. That's why it's called the cardstock matcher. I'm digging this, sisters, a lot. I think I'm having too much fun. So this is for a smaller layer. You can manipulate. For the bigger layer, you're gonna have to rely, but then you can just tap on for spots that don't fill up. Oh my gosh, look how cute this looks. I don't know if you could see it. It's beautiful. First of all, I love this color. Jenny Bolin Malted Milk. And guess what? I think it matches my... So this is how I'm using it, as a kind of jelly plate, like as a base to play on. So I think you could color on your watercolor markers on here. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna post this video and then I'm gonna play around with other medium on here and see what happens. And plus I just cleaned my whole ink pad. Haha. I love how this looks. And that's going to be a layer on my card. So if you could see again this crepe paper, and you see it shows a lot of the texture. It doesn't look like that. It looks so rich and deep in real life. Let's see if let me see. And it really does match this paper beautifully. The flowers are the same color. And you can get really any design that you want on it. Beautiful. And then if you want to layer it behind, if you have a big enough piece of paper, you could just use this as your cardstock in front of white. Like if you just buy a package of plain white cardstock from Staples, use that as your card base, and then just stamp your own layers instead of buying colored cardstock. I think that would be great. Or an alternative, at least, if you don't happen to have the color that you need when you're busy creating. This is a great solution for it. Okay, without doing more blah blah, I'll show you the red one again, just to show you how it looks. Again, you see the little spots here, but I think that just adds character. If it's going behind a card, you don't see those spots. So it looks like a perfect piece of cardstock. No one would ever know. And Basil has texture, so you can create your own texture on here and make your own cardstock. It's just playing around with this piece of rubber. I think that this will be the handiest and my most favorite stamp yet. So I'll keep on creating with it, and I'll show you what else we can do with it. And I think that's about it. It's just a quick tip on how to use our cardstock matcher stamp, which is this. I've gotten a few questions on it, and I thought that I would clear up some of the curiosities on it. And I hope that this helped you, and I hope that this will make the wheels turn and see what else. I'd love to hear what you think, what else we could use this for. I'm willing to make some demos and play around with it some more. Actually, I will, like I said. And I'll share my creations with you. Hope to see you soon on another Tuesday video. Mwah! Love you.